would move the minutes be approved as written.
Second.
Any additions, corrections, or deletions?
Yeah, but Tommy and I are abstaining because we weren't
Oh,
there.
yeah, we have to.
Those in favor?
I like them though. I like them though.
All right. We're gonna take some stuff out of order here tonight. We're gonna start with Nat Holtzler from the Big Coast Wood Bank.
Yeah.
Come right up.
Come right up. Bring your chair up if you want.
Yeah, one chair, or you wanted to stand and talk, or?
I better stand, not make
Okay,
it
all
run
right.
out.
I can give you one chair if you want.
Thanks for coming. Thanks.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm here because of a charitable organization that I got involved with 3 or 4 years ago called the Mid-Coast Wood Bank. Who else want a copy? Gentlemen?
I love that.
I gotta keep one so I can remember what I need to say. I can steal.
We will share. Thank you.
The Mid-Coast Wood Bank is a volunteer partnership between guys who like to work with firewood and communities who have residents in need of heat. We try to be the filling in that sandwich. That's why we call ourselves a partnership. We serve a common community goal, helping people in need. We've been in business for 11 years. The Mid-Coast Wood Bank functions from Topsom and covers 10 towns, Woolwich, Bath, Bowden, all that. You can read all that down there. But the important thing is that we provide firewood either directly to a household. We'll bring 2 cords and drop it off. You stack it. I'm not going to stack, you stack it. Or we would like to put 2 totes, which are wire baskets, each about 1/3 of a cord, somewhere on acceptable town property. They'll be full of wood. And wood is free for anybody that needs it. And because the totes are in an accessible place, if somebody needs it at 3 in the afternoon, or as we found in Harpswell, somebody's furnace blew up at midnight, sub-freezing, they went down to town hall and got enough firewood to keep their house going. So we will provide to households up to 2 cords of firewood delivered. And to the towns, we will provide totes of 4 by 4 by 5, full of dried firewood, place them where the town wants them placed, and we ask the town to work with community organizations to keep the totes full. And that's been our issue. We're good at getting wood for free. Sometimes we have to buy it. We're good at cutting, splitting, stacking, and if the weather's cooperative, drying it. And we deliver it because we've got a big trailer and a pickup. We do not have enough pickup trucks or staff to deliver the wood to keep the totes full. So that's our problem. And I'm here to ask 2 things. One, will Woolwich be a part of our community service area for the 26-27 season? And number 2, if the answer is yes, will you work with the community service organizations that are existent in town? We'll work too, so that we can count on your totes being full, being kept full.
The one thing I would like to throw in here, we're gonna have those totes, we had them over here in the parking lot. And that wood went for campfire wood, most of it. Because people were stopping in there in June and July picking up wood. You know they didn't need it to heat. It was 100 degrees out. So we have a community salt shed. It's not right on Route 1, but everybody in town knows where it is. We give away 2 buckets of sand at a time, and people are there every day, all day, picking up a bucket of sand and everything. I would think if we're gonna have those totes, we'd move them up to the salt shed, because we have a camera system there. we see some guy going in there and loading up his pickup truck and coming every day to do it, and we know that, you know,
And you gotta know.
something's amiss, you know.
The location is a town issue. Wherever the town wants it, we'll deliver 2 totes full of wood. And on April 15th or thereabout, we'll come and take the empty totes away.
But you need somebody to pick the wood up in Thompson and bring it down. to-
Between October 1 and April 15, as the totes go down in quantity, somebody from Woolwich needs to refill them. Because we just don't have the volunteer staff to drive back and forth. Ma'am,
Thank you for doing this. So what kinds of community service organizations have you worked with in other towns? I'm thinking in Woolwich of churches. I also happen to know a neighbor of mine donated some wood that he was cutting up on his own property. So what's your experience with
our experience has been with Council on Aging's or senior centers, or
Okay.
Harpswell Aging at Home, it's one organization.
Okay.
And there's a lady in charge of that who you don't say no to. And her husband did, and he suffered. But you go, this lady knows how to get things done.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, we used to live in Ipswich, Massachusetts, and there was a lady there who knew how to get things done. And I'm sure there's a lady or a gent here in town that can get that done.
So would you suggest having a point person in town sort of make sure, like reach out to these different organizations
And
and
my name
individuals?
and number is right on here, and I work with them and stay in touch,
Okay.
and we'll make it happen.
Right, so to be clear, we already have these, we've been doing these the last year.
Yes.
And you folks have been refilling them.
Right.
So the going forward, the ability to refill them, you can't do anymore.
We've added 2 towns this year. We have not added any pickup trucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
which is our problem.
Jonathan, it was Jonathan Appleyard that put some wood in there.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he was-
Yeah.
I've donated wood on my own wood.
Yeah.
pile.
Yeah, I don't know, right?
Dale was hauling it people for us. I age my wood I've got next winter is the winter after. I'm working on the winter after that right now. I heat my house with wood. And I donated wood before, and Dale's hauled it to needy families. So I appreciate you doing this. This is great. But I do think we need, if we're gonna get involved, we need to get them off in this parking lot out here, because it's too easy to target anybody.
Yeah, people from Route 1, we had a lady that didn't live in town, and she stopped by daily to pick up wood. And I know she lived in like Waldeboro or whatever, so I know it said on there for residents only. So it was a little frustrating to have people, and if they need it, I understand it, but.
We hadn't really considered a resident of another town coming to Woolwich
Yeah.
to fill up their firewood.
Yeah.
Ours was getting a little abused.
Yeah, ours was, we had, when we were talking, it being there in the summertime, it was campfire.
Yeah, so,
And
yeah,
that was very frustrating.
As it should be.
Yes,
We had a serious problem in Topswell where 2 totes would empty in a night.
Yeah.
And it turned out that there was a clamor. His flats had closed. He had a sick wife, and he's working 3 jobs, and he'd pass by the totes and fill up his truck and go home and put it in his stove to keep warm until the next night. So these things happen.
Right.
And we're glad to be part of that kind of an exercise. Yes, the people who come after campfire wood, they're a problem, and there are shabby people all around.
But shouldn't that individual have reached out to you folks directly and got wood delivered?
Yes,
I mean, there's a difference between daily pickup, which you
a
know
lot
what I
of
mean?
people won't do, I agree with you, but will they do
But
that?
there's a sign right on the thing saying, if you need
No.
wood, call this number.
I'll use Mr. King as an example. He heats with wood,
Yeah.
and if he was in need, he could call the number, John Allen, qualify you, and you're on a schedule, and we'll make a delivery. We'll bring 2 cords. And then later on in the season you're up, we'll bring 2 more cords.
I'm gonna eat cards sent to the house now, I think I have
hard time convincing I needed more.
Well, you may. We distributed 120 cords last year. We've got 140 ready to go, and we're gonna have 200 before the heating season begins. So for us, this is serious stuff.
I don't know, I just don't know who we reach out to.
Yeah, that was my
Well,
question.
I'm wondering if we could put something out, if you said Jonathan Appleyard donated.
Yeah.
You know, like you've got, the rideshare program.
Yeah.
You know,
We got
if-
these,
if-
we got
put something
churches,
out
right?
there.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
we're looking for volunteers with a
Yeah.
pickup truck.
Yeah.
To pick up firewood for the community, you know,
Well, we got a newsletter coming out next week.
Well,
bins,
I
that would
talked
be a
about-
great thing to put in there.
Well, I even had
You
another.
know, it's helping your
yeah.
community.
I wouldn't mind hauling a trailer up and doing it once in a while, but I couldn't.
You know, and it doesn't have to be
Yes.
one specific person, it
Yeah.
could be a couple
No,
volunteers to do it.
it certainly doesn't have to be one person.
Right,
Although it'd be good to
Right.
have somebody kind of be in charge of it.
right,
And-
but
but
were
maybe-
you thinking about moving those to where the salt shed was?
Where,
Or
the totes still
was that a
over there?
surprise to Jason?
Why
It's always, everything's a surprise.
I know, I had that same question.
So we're not going to the North Station?
No, I said, put them over in front of the.
Maybe have a little discussion about it before we decide
Put them
on
over in
it.
front of the salt shed where they can be seen.
What, Jason, what, you started to say something.
Well, I had a couple of thoughts. One was, when you deliver to folks, you deliver a couple of cord, right?
Right.
So why couldn't there be a larger delivery brought, even if it was dumped on the ground and then reloaded? In other words, why couldn't there be a pile?
Fine.
There was the sustainability of somebody going to get it is going to be the problem, I think. You know, today I'll get a load, you'll get a load, you'll get a load, but over time, I just have, I'm just trying.
Interest is gonna wane.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, how much does each container hold? A cord?
Third of a cord.
A third of a cord. So if somebody were to deliver a 2-cord pile, and even if it was, you know what I'm trying to say?
No,
It-
no, I don't.
Well,
What do you-
Dump it on the ground.
Dump it on the ground and have it secret.
You get so much more.
Should we put a dump two cord in there? We could just carry it out?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Is there, would there be room in the building at some point to dump a couple cord?
I don't know, I mean, my concern would be, you're gonna have people in and out of that sand building,
Yeah.
you're gonna have an insurance situation, an unsafe
No, I wouldn't
situation.
want them to go in.
I
the
think
building,
this
just
is
pull
gonna
up
be
the
out of
building.
hand if we aren't careful.
I wouldn't want anybody to go into the building itself. I'm talking if the totes are out beside the little shed that they get the sand out of anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
And then refill. See, what I'm trying to point out is.
But if we had wood in the building
Yeah,
that only town personnel could carry out,
right.
I wouldn't go mind going over once in a while and carrying a few armloads of wood out, throwing it.
Well, I was trying to point out that you deliver a larger volume, so maybe we would have a way of accepting a larger volume and then have that for refilling.
Then maybe we could do that, and maybe someone in town
Right.
has a dump trailer and could come and pick it up and do it themselves.
Yeah.
I began by saying Wood Bank is a partnership. And a partnership goes after a goal. And
Yeah.
our goal, and I hope your goal, is to keep people in need warm in the winter. And how do we get there? I think the idea of delivering a dump load of wood, a couple of cords, makes a great deal of sense. And if it's done right, it shouldn't interfere with the salt shed.
No, I was just concerned about, it was mentioned inside.
I don't think it-
You don't want anybody inside the building.
So if it was to the left or the right of the little shed.
Little shed.
Yeah, and it's
But
wood
I
out.
mean, I was just wondering if there was a way we could dump two cord in the building and only have town personnel, me or Dale or whoever, go over and just carry it out and put it in the tote.
See, the
You're the maintenance guy.
It's funny.
Dale.
Raise your hand, Dale.
You mean you keep it undercover?
Well, the trouble
Yeah, we
is.
have to keep it undercover, see, that would be the thing.
You don't have room in the fire station?
How much does a dumpster, like,
Well, no, so the trouble is, the tote, as he said, holds a third of a cord, right?
how
So
big is that dumpster, like, out here?
It's relatively close to that size.
Okay,
But the point is, you don't want to go pick up a third of a cord every time. You want to
Yeah.
get more volume. So that,
My only concern about committing to keeping your totes full by dumping a load, my only concern is that we don't have the pickups to make the deliveries to the households and come to
So it would
you.
be one low, I mean,
No,
But
but
if
if we send a
somebody-
truck out to get, right? If we send a truck out to get 5 or 6 yards,
Yeah,
that's gonna go a long time. Is if we have a place to dump it,
yeah.
and then it can just be
Well, that's why I
reloaded.
wondered if you could put it in the corner of the salt
Well, I'm
shed or
sure.
something and then just carry it out.
Yeah.
You know,
Then you just take the loader and pick up some wood and take it outside.
Yeah,
I have all this room in my driveway now that my cars are going away.
Well, how about we discuss a little bit more about this?
We'll be in
We'll
touch.
be in contact with
I
you.
mean, the last time somebody said it cost me $100.
Our people will talk to your people, and then we'll get back to our people.
I think these people are gonna make a good decision.
All right.
And thank you for raising your hand to help.
Yes, dear, and you're on camera.
When do you need an answer?
We want to
Before
start
October.
putting totes out October 1.
Okay, all right.
So we got 6 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, we'll
But
be in touch with you.
I'm leaving here with a sense that you, Woolwich, would like to participate, and we're now working on a detail.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes,
That's
And
right.
the detail has 2 parts. The location, we think it's going to be up by the salt shed,
yeah,
and who is going to come and handle it. Because
Yeah.
we'd really like to leave the entire process to Woolwich. We'll bring the full totes, we'll take the empty totes away, and if you could find somebody with a dump trailer in between to come pick up a couple of cords,
okay.
that'll take a lot of pressure off of us.
We will get it out there and we
Okay.
will let you know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, let's,
So you get track.
All right, we're gonna continue with new business here, and Trevor from Kelp is here.
Yeah, that's you.
it's Trevor, right? Tyler. Trevor, Tyler.
We met the other day.
We were this
You
close.
and I met the other day.
He's from Kelp though.
That's right.
Thanks for having me. My name's Tyler Phillips. I work with Ruth and Drake at the Kennebec Estuary Land Trust. We are currently doing a large prioritization of all of the tidal crossings in our region, which is for our purposes, all of the railroad, dam crossings over a tidal water body to determine which ones are the most well suited for restoration projects, like at Back River Creek, where we raise the road up to prevent road flooding and expand the tidal channel to restore fish habitat connectivity and support the adjacent wetlands. So as a part of this work, we are doing a large GIS desktop-based prioritization of about 314, which is all the crossings in our region, including Woolwich. And for all of those crossings, we have about 100 different metrics calculated. So how high is it above sea level? If it floods, what's the detour route along it? How many folks would get cut off? How important is it for access to emergency services? As well as a handful of ecological metrics as well, like how long is this stream that would get reconnected? How much marsh habitat would be protected? What rare species do we care about? And on top of this large comprehensive assessment, we've also been doing in-person field work at priority sites, looking at the condition of crossings, how they're interacting with the nearby ecosystem, and taking surveys, photos, things like that, so we have a really good sense of what's happening at these crossings. And we'll ultimately be using all of this data to create fact sheets about all of these different crossings to determine which ones are most well suited for restoration projects and facilitate conversations with municipalities about which projects we think we can advance. Also, it'll be really helpful for telling stories and creating narratives about these crossings for grants funders. So we are now seeking funding for to continue this work, and we're hoping to apply for the Maine Coastal Communities Grant, which is through Maine Coastal Program and Municipal Planning Assistance Program. And in essence, this grant could provide us with about $50,000 to continue moving this work forward. It's required that either a municipality or council of governments is the formal applicant, so we are hoping that Woolwich would be willing to sponsor this application, which essentially just means be the one who's officially applying. We would pull together the application as well as be responsible for the administration and coordination related to the grants. CELT would cover the 10% match required, so there's no financial ask being made of the town. And what this grant would enable us to do is essentially take all of this data and all the tools that we've developed and make them more publicly accessible. So right now we have funding to create simple fact sheets about all the crossings, but what we want to do is make sure that these 100 different metrics that we've calculated are accessible to folks, as well as integrate the data that we've collected with some state agency resources like the Maine Title Restriction Atlas, which lets anyone go online and see all the photos that I've taken. So this essentially lets folks that are advancing this work, whether it's municipalities or state folks, restoration practitioners, have the information that they need to move these projects forward.
Wow.
So what do you need from us?
We are just hoping that you will all agree to be the applicant for this, and then we would provide you all with the application.
I think that sounds like
Yeah, I would move.
Useful
Yeah, it
information.
is, and Cal obviously has been good to work with. And
Yeah.
I would make that a motion. I would move that we are one of the applicants or the applicant.
Is there
Second.
a second? Those in favor? We're on board.
Fantastic, thank you.
Take care.
Who seconded that?
I did.
We all did.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Okay, moving on, selectmen's comments, Tom.
Oh. So make it quick. Thank you, everybody, for a great Woolwich Community Day. This is the first meeting since then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yep. I have handed over to the road commissioner's staff a plan for some sign replacements in the park.
Staff, wow.
Yes, the staff of
Tammy.
the road commission. So I'm hoping, so let me know if there's anything more you need from me on that.
Right, he needs some signs replaced and whatnot. Tammy has it. He has funding
Yeah.
for the park.
And I'll just remark that Allison and I and Danny
And Kim.
and Kim went to the Saginaw EMA Emergency Operation
And Sean.
and Sean,
And Sean, yeah.
Emergency Operations
We were well represented.
Yes.
Rehearsal simulation of an emergency event, and it was a learning experience.
Yeah.
That's it.
Allison?
What he said, and I'll add to the emergency management thing, Woolwich Day I thought worked really great, and I'm really grateful to Tegan. She's not here, but hopefully that shows up in the minutes. Yeah, and I'm continuing to be tasked with being invited to public transit workshops. I think I mentioned it. You mentioned it for me the last time. So those are coming up. Yeah.
Dale?
Nothing.
Jason?
Not much. Same thing with Woolwich Day. It was another great success. Also, don't forget, folks, tomorrow, a week from tomorrow at 3:30 is the DOT and DOT safety audit meeting here.
Yep.
And so that's all I got.
I have nothing tonight. So, public comments, anybody from the public? Debbie?
Just because I haven't mentioned it before, downstairs in the display case, there's a really cool wedding dress.
Whose wedding? Where did it come from?
Made family. We've had it for a long time at the
Yeah.
museum.
It looks
So we
great.
just Found a way to share it.
It's wonderful.
All right, town administrator, Kim?
All right, so we are going live with Trio Web next week. And they're going to do the install Tuesday night and we go live Wednesday morning. And when I was talking to the rep the other day, because we're figuring out all the bugs and we have a lot of bugs, that things aren't working right. That when we go live that morning on Wednesday, I have to go onto each computer and reinstall everything that I've already put in the play environment. So I would like to have a little late start that day, because I don't think I want to start off and running at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I know we're gonna have some issues. So I just want to, if we can open early and everything's fine, but I want to shoot for like a noon start time, because it is our late night, 12 to 6. I think that would be sufficient.
Advertise the Dickens on it.
Yeah, I'll do what I can. I am leaving. Yeah. So
We can put it in the newsletter. Although, is it next week?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. So I'll put it out on Facebook and I'll put the signs out. Yeah.
Put a sign in the door that says computers are down, come back in.
Well, I'll just say we're changing software. That'll be better.
Mostly the same thing.
Yeah, computers down, staff's going crazy. I spoke with Dean Brewer yesterday, and I also talked to Nicole, from the assessor. And we would like to do the commitment on September 16th, which is the second select board meeting in September. So I haven't heard back from Dean if that's gonna be an issue. So I figure 4 o'clock on the 16th, we'll do the commitment. Nicole's
Yep,
well aware of it,
good.
so.
On
we're
my
all set with
calendar.
that.
Okay.
Okay, we received, everybody saw the press release in the folder. We received a dividend check from MMA for good performance and loss prevention efforts in the amount of $2,936. So that's always nice that we're keeping our loss prevention and workman's comp down. And then Allison and I are still working on the sailboat issue, and I spoke with John Knowles last week, and it was like he had never heard of what was going on. So Allison put the timeline together. We sent him pictures and finally hoping to come to an end to getting this boat removed. And the last thing I would like to say is happy belated birthday to Debbie. It was her birthday yesterday. Wasn't it your birthday yesterday? No?
It is now.
Okay. It was your birthday. Okay. All right. You know what? Maybe it was my mother-in-law. That's right. Her name's Debbie.
Thank you, Kim.
That was great. Okay. Well, happy belated birthday.
See, David, happens all the time.
Moving on, road commissioners report, Jack.
Yes, Jim, do you have any issues?
None whatsoever, just the logging complaints. There's a big to-do on Hedgebridge about the tree cutting. That people are complaining that they're starting at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And is that allowed with the ordinance?
Where?
They're starting on Hedgebridge?
Well, the complaint people on East Hedge or Hedgebridge or
It's Hedgebridge, right?
it's Hedgebridge, so not the Mountain Road cutting problem?
No, it says, we got the, isn't it
That's what it
Hedgebridge?
is, it's Hedgebridge.
It's Hedgebridge Road. They're starting at 4 in the morning and they've been doing it since
Across the
August.
bridge on the
August
left-hand
5th.
side. Okay, okay, so Dale says they're cutting across the bridge on the left-hand side.
Yeah, so
That's the color,
that's,
right?
What's that?
that's not the CMP one we thought was going on or whatever, but this guy is Gavin's, I don't know what his name is, but, he's
These
clearing
people-
48 acres.
Yeah, big piece.
And
They
they're
just got done
starting at
cutting
4
on
in the
Sam Moore
morning.
Road.
And I've got
they
all
did
the
the-
complaints on
they
it
did the
today
same
already.
I wasn't aware of it, but,
But, you know,
they started 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
They must have flashlights.
Yeah, 4 in the
well,
morning.
they're trying to beat the heat. That's what they're trying to do,
Yeah.
Jack, I think.
Yeah.
Well, is that are they allowed to do that
Well-
early, or?
Well, the other one, didn't we just say if it was the forestry, isn't that a,
Yeah, we don't, the forest.
I mean, we really have no control over that. I mean,
Well, I mean, if we have a noise ordinance, do we have a noise
we
ordinance?
don't, we don't,
Just parking dog ordinance or
yeah. No,
fireworks?
I know,
There were so many decibels, we fall asleep.
no, we don't on that. You know
Happy
what?
birthday, Debbie.
Kim, you get a time out. Kim needs a time out.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, get any more water for her?
She needs stronger water.
Yeah. I'm done.
Before I lose complete control of this meeting, can we get that on?
I've got
So- Go ahead.
I just had a question for you. Are they starting construction? I see the stoplights are up on the Old State Road.
They will be getting on that bridge, yeah.
Or are they starting it, you know?
I don't know, but I see they turned the light around today,
Yeah.
so.
The light just.
Probably next week.
They told us September 1st, but clearly it's.
Yeah.
So no, I have nothing else. I checked a lot of roads today. They're very good. We've done the brush cutting, the paving's done, we know, and, we're in pretty good shape, the shape we're in.
Good.
So,
All right.
as far as the cutting out there, I had one little to do with another cutting company up on the mountain, and they were breaking the edge of the road off. I went and spoke with them and told them that they would stop if they don't stop it. And, I don't know how far that went, but nevertheless, wood cutters seem to be quite ruthless in one respect.
Well,
I don't know, how can they start at 4
Well,
o'clock in the morning?
well, so what they do is they
Start the trucks like
Yeah.
warm up or something.
well,
like
They were doing the chippers.
They
They
start-
got these big things nowadays, they just run a big machine.
and David, they got lights, they got somebody like, but they get their permit through the state, and then
Right.
we get notified later.
Right,
And
we
then we-
got notified.
Yeah, and so I told,
And
not
it
on this
says
one,
4 AM.
Huh?
4 to 4.
Is that what it
4 a.m.
says?
to 4 yeah.
Yeah, so the state approves that, and that's
Yeah.
kind of, so I told somebody in the Mountain Road one to call the forestry division, and I've dealt with them in other towns. They should come out and that's kind of, they put 4 to 4 on the form. That's,
Well, they said it was supposed to start on the 16th. And the lady that called today said it's been going since August 5th.
what's that say?
It says 16.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was earlier than 16.
well, she
Yeah,
said
that's why
that
they
she
didn't
was,
notify.
yeah, she
Well,
said
complaint-
I don't know.
Because I don't think we got notified on the same road one.
No,
Really?
No.
That
no,
was
in the
three
mountain,
big pieces of
For us
land.
to Contact forestry.
yeah, you gotta contact forestry, because the mountain road one, we didn't get notification until later, right?
Is there contact information on that form, on that application?
No, I don't see anything. It just says Gavin McLean is the management services, Gerald Nato is the owner,
Yeah.
Jerry Nato.
Has anyone contacted the woodcutter themselves and asked? I mean, it's worth a try.
Yeah.
I can't believe they want bad neighbors, you know?
I don't think they care. They're gonna clear that.
Yeah,
lot.
they don't want to do it.
It's kind of interesting that they put that on the form and then the state agrees to it. When, putting something
Right,
at
they-
4 in the
They
morning.
put on there that they're gonna start, not gonna start till the 16th of September.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
I'll look for a state contact tomorrow.
I can also reach out and say, maybe it's a matter of like updating this form so it actually reflects what's really going on and making sure that it's in a
Don't do
timely.
much for noise with it.
Yeah.
It's worth-
Hmm?
worth
Don't
checking
do much for noise.
No,
You'd almost think that when they get an application at the state level, they'd send it to the town for a quick review before they issue it.
Yeah.
Because these kind of things, not knowing the neighborhoods.
Well, I think we did, I think the way, well, I could be wrong, but I think our ordinance says we chose option whatever, which is the state takes care of
We-
it all,
we-
we don't do nothing.
We did do that.
Yeah,
It's
so-
complicated.
oh, that's right.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
But you'd think they would at least let us
No,
know.
I agree. They let us know, but it's just
I mean, why would the state say 4 in the morning?
because they don't live on Edgewood Road.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
All right.
There's no one's near their house.
That's
I'll
right.
see what I can find out.
Okay. Codes officer, Mike.
Last couple of weeks, 2 building permits, a residential roof solar, and a new principal structure on the George Wright Road. That's a new mobile home replacing an old one. 2 internal plumbing permits. Quick update on the dock and ramp on Barrett's Way on Chwunky property. Their lawyer has sent them a letter to remove it, so we'll see how that goes. Dealt with a civil lot line issue on Weston Road, and I mentioned a forest operation. And then the deadline for the 1271 Stage Road, the tires and the cars, that was Monday, was the last day, and I haven't heard nothing. So my thought is, or my recommendation would be that the next letter goes, it says you have so many time, a date without that date of fine after that kind of thing.
Enforcement. So this is the one before the bridge?
Oh, yeah.
That's tires,
Webster,
houses
yeah.
vacant,
Yeah.
cars.
So what do we do? I mean, do
Well,
we-
I think we do have to keep going on that one, because that one's a different issue than the other one. This one, and I saw the name was in that list too.
Webster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Webster.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's, we got the,
I think, you talking about on the yellow?
so do we send it,
Springers.
so do we send another letter?
Yeah, probably.
Probably is.
No, I see it's
That's
there.
what I was wondering.
What are we talking about? How many
The tires is not more.
Well, the biggest thing is I didn't hear a response, and so I called him and had him on the phone, and he gave his email address, and I can't imagine the guy hasn't got this stuff. So is the next step, Mike, a certified?
I think, yeah, he's got 150 tires, so that's a state thing with DEP as well. I think a certified letter that says, because it says here he could appeal the letter, he didn't. And it says if you don't do anything within this time frame, we can by statute start enforcement action, which would be a letter that says, by I guess another deadline date, but after that, it's fine. Afterwards.
So could we clean it up and then
I think we have to do the first thing first.
ding
though.
him for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cost?
I don't think we're there yet.
No, but that is.
Oh,
a-
down the road, yeah, maybe, yeah.
And maybe we need to tell him that.
Well,
We're
this is
cleaning
the
up
first
and
time
leaving the
he's
place.
heard about this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first enforcement letter I wrote. I mean, I've been dealing with it since I started here.
That's right. If you remember, I started like 4 years ago with, remember,
Yeah.
this has been a long. But
Something's gotta be done.
it's gotta, do you mind doing that?
No,
What, we agree, I mean,
Mike, what's the issue on the dock and Barrett's Way? Is it on the wrong lap?
it's on Chewunky's property. So if you go, you're familiar with the area, I assume.
Yeah,
You
I
go
am.
across the cement bridge there, that's all Chewonki's property.
Right.
They're allowed to use it.
Yeah.
Trail walk,
Yeah,
fish,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Gentleman that lives with his parents on that road has put a temporary gangway and dock to get to his boat.
Kel Surprise.
Nobody's naming names out
No,
on
no,
TV. of course.
No. That's why I said it in French.
I did.
So, yeah, and not very cooperative person as well, so. But, I mean, it's there, it's clear, I've read the deeds, and, I mean, I don't deal with that part of it. It's unpermitted through us, so I could go that way too. DEP claims that he doesn't need a permit there.
But it's not, but it does need to be on his
His own
property.
property.
Yes,
And then he needs a permit from us, from
right,
me.
yeah.
The gentleman up by Chops Point contact you about building a dock, and I told him that we had no waterfront rules, but I said, it is a structure, I said, I believe you're gonna have to have a building permit. Get his name now.
For a dock,
No, he's got, it's gonna be a structure, it's gonna be a pier going out, and then a dock.
yeah, I haven't heard anything yet. No, I don't think so.
There must be a certain size below which you don't have to get a lease from Parks and Lands for that kind of stuff?
I think it matters if it's temporary, seasonal.
Okay,
And I think if it's anything that's permanent,
Right,
permanent
yeah.
pier, permanent. It's that kind of stuff requires DEP, a lot of time, Army Corps.
Yeah,
Needs
But
all
even
these
the,
permits.
even temporary require a permit from you though.
Yes,
That's the thing, remember, at minimum, it requires a local permit.
correct.
Right. It is a
That's
structure,
right.
it's on the land.
That's right.
Right, sure.
Right, I told this guy, I said,
don't
look, I
they
said,
own
you know,
waterfront?
he was in
No,
Canada.
they don't.
Up by Chops Point.
Right, well, there's common land.
Common land, yeah. And the
Yeah.
common land has, I don't know if that's a good shape, but common land looks like there's a couple of docks over there. They've been in the grass for a while,
Yeah.
but it's not Chewonki.
Anybody have anything else for Mike?
Thank you, I wondered whose that was.
EMS director, yeah.
I will make this quick. We've had 18 calls so far this month. One mutual aid resident twice to his Catholic. With 19 patients, 16 transports, and we called in to see one twice. We have a training next Tuesday on the use of the life pack defibrillator and interpreting cardiac rhythms. Very exciting. It is actually. And that's at 6:30 next Tuesday. Yeah, they're doing the emergency management exercise. There was a hazmat incident in Woolwich during it. We all survived. We just had to evacuate a lot of people.
And he disappeared, but
Yeah, they told me I had to go. So I was kicked out. But yeah, I think it was good for people to see what actually happened.
Yeah.
In an emergency operations center.
no, I learned a lot.
And also thank you to Jason for arranging the installation of the power outlet in the storage room for whenever our dispensing machine comes. At least we're ready for it. So, and that's it.
Anybody have any questions for Dan? Okay. Thank you, Sean Merrill.
11 calls so far this month. Checked out the north station the other day. That looks fine. Looks good to me. My only concern is he hasn't picked up and all of his stuff yet.
That's too.
That back shed has become the storage facility for his painting supplies, I see.
It's always
He's
something.
got a ladder, smoky paint tails, and brushes and other things that need to go. The building looks great.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the building. But anyway, that's that. I reached out to the sign company there that you mentioned. Have a couple ideas for them I've sent over, so we'll see what they get back to me with that as far as pricing goes. Annual hose testing was completed Monday. We had just over 12,000 feet of hose tested and 150 feet, so 3 sections of that failed, which is normal. We always lose at least 2 or 3 a year, so not too bad. The only other thing, we're going to be attending the annual block party at the school on the 26th. They host in the summer, kind of back into the school mode.
Oh, August
Okay.
26th.
Yeah, this month.
5 to 7 p.m.
What time?
5 to 7 p.m.
Yeah, 5 to 7.
Go every year.
And that is all I have.
How about the winch in the tower?
So they've looked at it, we did a lot, the last 2 nights have been a lot of work with the hose, so we haven't had time to mess with it, but it's very evident to me that it needs to be fixed because of the hose, the amount of hose we had to manually haul.
Doesn't just have all the cable jammed on one end of it or anything?
It's jammed up, it won't, we threw, I bet you we threw 300 pounds of hose on it and it wouldn't even budge it, so. It needs to be, I think we're gonna have to hook something to it and force it to come back down. Either that, take it down and then physically work on it, but yeah. It's not gonna be fun.
Is there a way to put another winch above it to lower it down? Small winch or something?
Maybe. I mean, we have pulleys up there, we have rope pulleys, but it's just gonna be a matter, I mean, I could hook it, we have 3 trucks of winches, I can hook a truck winch to it and we'll get it down one way or another. It's just a matter, I mean, you go up in that hose tower when it's 70 degrees down here, it's 85 up there, and it's just an oven.
Are you gonna try some more weight first, or is that
I don't think the weight, I think it needs to physically be
redone?
pulled down. I think it needs to either, be forced to come back out, because it'll try, the motor, it's not bound up. The motor, you can hear it spin, you can see it wants to spool, but
It's caught,
the
yeah.
problem is it doesn't have a fail lead, so it winds up only the best you can do when you're going up and down. So after 10, 20 years of use, it's done the same way,
That winch been up there
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna try, we'll get it down, and then my guess is it probably needs a new cable. That cable's, the pictures that I've seen of it from up top, it's all, you can see that it's got frays on it, and, it's not one you wanna hold with your hand, so. But it needs to be, it's a tool that, like, we hung all that hose by hand, and I'll tell you what, wet hose is heavy. So it's a necessity, but we'll stay tuned, we'll see. See what we can figure out and get it down.
If you get it down, you want me to take a look at it tonight. Let me know.
Okay.
We have a lot of them on step 5.
Yeah.
Electric winches in my barn.
So Sean, I was asked, the historical society asked about the tent, are the tents ready to come down, whatever?
They can't, yeah, I think you guys, everything's done, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Yeah, and Chad reached out, I did text.
It's gotta be dry. You
Yeah.
pull those.
Oh, no.
If you pull those things up wet, they mildew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I texted Donald, but just to let you know that they're,
Yeah, okay.
whatever.
We've got a few, we'll try to do that on a night that we've got people here.
And it's gonna go back into storage.
I think it's going right back to the barn.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, or Donald knows, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. No, not in this barn. To be-
Yeah, that's up to Donnie.
Yeah, I think, it's
I don't
going
get
back,
involved with
back
that.
over to his, Evans, yeah, okay. Right, Debbie, is that what you meant? Yeah.
Okay. Anything on old business? Okay, we have one more on the new business. We need to recommit $210,253.98 worth of taxes.
To Tegan.
The property is being on the verge of foreclosure.
And is this to
Not
Tegan,
foreclosure.
because
These are this is the 30-day, the unpaid taxes.
Yeah.
So this, just the 2026 taxes.
and we're committing them to her because she's now,
She signed the letters,
okay.
the 30-day
Okay.
notices, so yes.
So moved, I make that.
Second.
Second.
Those in favor?
So I
Just
will,
saying, the 30 years on the board, I've never done that before.
I will leave a card, 2 cards, one for Howard and one for Glenn. And leave them in the signature.
If you didn't see the list, it's there.
Okay,
They'll be here tomorrow or the next day. or-
I'm gonna put them in there right now. If are you going back in your office?
Was it for-
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody has any further business before the board? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right.